Good morning, Jeremy and Joe. Happy Tuesday. Sabres are home tonight for the Vancouver Canucks. Talking Bills, Jags playoffs, but also talking some Sabres as well as they will welcome Vancouver. And joining us on the Western Hotline is Buffalo Sabres forward and Team USA Olympian, Tage Thompson. Tage, good morning. It's Jeremy and Joe. Thanks for taking some time today.
Yeah, absolutely. Morning, guys. How you doing?
Good. Tage, how's it been since getting the call? Like, is it, the Sabres send the video, we see you getting the call, you're on Team USA. After that, is it still like every day you're still thinking about it? You're just walking around like with a smile on your face? What's the feeling?
Yeah, no, definitely thinking about it, but just in a different light. At the beginning of the season, it's definitely weighing on me. Just every single game you play, you're just trying not to make mistakes that are going to cost your team a loss, and at the same time, you're thinking, is this going to cost my chances to make the team? So when I got the call, it was just a freeing moment. I could just kind of take the weight off the shoulders and just go out there and play and not really think as much. Obviously, you try not to think about it while you're playing, but it's a big moment. It's something that I've dreamt of for a long time, so it'd be hard not to.
Do they just call you? Do you get like a jersey sent to your house or something, or is it just a phone call?
No, they just told us all the guys that were kind of in question, or guys that even were on the team. I think they were just going to make phone calls all on the same day. I spoke to my agent after one of our home games, and he just told me to expect a phone call. The morning of the Dallas game. And, I didn't know how it was going to go. I just was really nervous, and I walked into the room and saw our media team in there, so figured it was probably good news. Got pretty jacked up there. So, yeah, I've been riding a high since, and obviously the team's been doing well here as well. So, things are going well.
Are they, checking in with you during the season, or is it basically, radio silent after – orientation, and then you're just kind of wondering what they think?
It was pretty radio silent. I didn't hear much from them. Obviously, I was speaking to my agent, a few times, and he would just let me know that there was people there to watch on certain games, and that was pretty much it. Yeah, I didn't hear from him at all until the phone call, so I had no way of knowing which way it was going to go. So I was pretty nervous.
We'll get to the Sabres in a moment. A couple more questions on the Team USA thing. Tage, in your conversation with other players that are going to be on the team, you guys express similar feelings? As you said, it was kind of weighing on you. You're trying to play your game on a Tuesday, and I'd imagine the things that you do well for the Sabres are good in the eyes of Team USA. But it's almost like you're playing, and you're also playing to impress someone that might be watching, which I guess that might be normal in hockey. Pretty much every level you're at, as you're coming up through all the ranks, you're playing in a game, and you're trying to do your best for your own team, but also for people that might be watching.
Yeah, no, you're. I feel like most guys are pretty good at, once you're in the game, you're not really thinking. You just kind of get dialed into the game. But when mistakes happen on the ice, that's kind of when your mind starts to wander, and that's usually what leads to not playing your best, is when you start thinking out there. So you try to shake off those mistakes or things you think are costing the team or costing your chances. But I feel like for the most part, once I'm just in the game, I'm just playing, not really thinking. But the only difference is the things that I feel like I do really well, so does everyone else on Team USA. So it's what can I do to separate myself?
Yeah.
So you're just always trying to find ways to add something that maybe another guy around the league can't do, right?
Have you been to Italy?
Never. No, this will be my first time. And the family's coming too, so everyone's pretty fired up for it. It's going to be a cool experience.
Have you thought about how, or I'm sure they've probably gone through this with you, how the Olympic villages and whatnot work? Because there's the hockey tournament, and there's also just the experience of being at the village and being an Olympian.
Yeah, we did that orientation camp in the summer, and that's pretty much what it was. It was kind of just all the guys that were, options to make the team, just a bunch of meetings, and then obviously media as well. But the meetings kind of just went over what to expect when we're there. Olympic Village, the travel, game days, stuff like that. So obviously a little bit of a heads up, but you're kind of going in blind. I feel like most guys are. I don't know how many guys on this team have played in Olympics before, so I feel like I'm not going to be the only one wandering around just trying to figure out what's going on. But yeah, it's going to be a cool experience. I'm just kind of rolling with it.
Right. It's been over a decade, so I'm not sure how many in the whole tournament have been there. Do you look back on going to the Worlds and scoring the golden goal, being one of those team's top players? Like, how much do you look back and think that played a big role in you making the team, or do you think it did at all?
No, I think it definitely played a big role. Yeah, that was an awesome experience. I've played in 3 of those, and that was the first time we've won in like 92 years. So that was a really big deal. It was a big moment for all of us. We had an awesome team, and I mean, obviously scoring the overtime winner is a pretty cool feeling too. But I don't think that helped. But I think the way that I played the tournament definitely did. I thought, played a really solid tournament, both sides of the puck, and I think that probably helped my chances just going over there, representing your country, and playing games that were meaningful and showing that you could win.
All right. And of course, you've got Rasmus Dahlin and UPL going over there as well to play for their respective countries.
Yeah, no, it'll be awesome. To be a little awkward playing on the other side of them, but it'll be fun.
Yeah,
I'm ready for some battles with dolls in the corner, and hopefully I can light Oopie up a little bit.
One-on-one rush, you're playing Sweden. You know what you're doing? You're going to if it's one-on-one against Dahlin?
Well, I do it every day in practice, so hopefully I get the better of them.
Well, you guys have had some great success lately. The 10-game win streak that came to an end in Columbus. Tage, when you're that hot, sometimes players say like you feel like you're never going to lose again, and you rip off 10 straight. I feel like for Sabres fans watching, it might have been feeling like every one of these kind of adds to it, and the excitement continues to grow. So how did it go along the way? 3 games, 5 games, 7 games. Was there a moment where you kind of like looking around and I don't know, you wonder how far it really can go, and what it ultimately really means for the season, of course, is super important.
Yeah, that was huge. I mean, we dug ourselves out of a pretty big hole, and I think everyone knows how tight our division is. So every point means something right now, and that run got us into a pretty good spot. And obviously, I think, we knew it was going to come to an end at some point. So now it's how quickly can we respond from that loss in Columbus and, make sure we keep it going and continue to play the brand of hockey we were during the 10-game win streak. I thought we're playing a really solid 200-foot game. I think everyone was playing good on both sides of the puck. We were really hard defensively. And then you get a few wins under your belt, too, and the confidence just grows in the room. And you go into games, like you said, just kind of knowing, hey, no matter the situation, if we're, down a couple goals, up a couple goals, we just kind of had that confidence. We're going to finish this thing off and get a win. And I don't think anything's changed, even after the loss in Columbus. Obviously, it wasn't our best showing. But with that said, we still had a lot of chances to score, and their goalie played well. But we can get going right again tonight. We got an opportunity against Vancouver, and I don't think any of the the feeling has changed. So,
was there any game in there that you kind of like the most, or you feel like you yourself or the team kind of look back at? I think about the Dallas game where something goes wrong right away. And, anytime that happens, maybe on a win streak like that, I think like, all right, maybe tonight's the night, it's not our night. And then you end up just kind of cruising, like taking control of things. I'm thinking about the Blues game as well. Like there are moments along the way where I'm sure it wasn't easy, but there was such a completeness to these actual wins that it to me looked like a sustainable thing that you guys could kind of like lean back on and look back on some of those games.
Yeah, to be honest, the feelings changed a lot in games. I've always talked about this. It's been our kryptonite is riding the highs and the lows. Like, beginning of the season, we'll get up 2 goals and we'll think we're just walking away with it, and the team will come back, or vice versa. We'll be down and we'll think it's over. But I think getting those wins under our belt and having that confidence, knowing you can close out games, is huge. Because I look back at the St. Louis game, we already had a decent streak going, and we score a quick one and they scored 2, and you go in to the locker room and there's not a ounce of doubt in our group. We were very calm in the locker room, just kind of knew we were going to win. The same thing in Dallas, that was a big test going into that game. It was kind of hyped up by our team pretty big, like this is going to be the biggest challenge we have. They're a really good team. Let's see what we're made of. And they scored first shift, and I think the next 3 shifts we controlled the ozone, and we were like, all right, we're winning this game. And after the first, I think there wasn't anyone in the locker room that didn't believe we were going to win. We came out and steamrolled them. So even in the Columbus game, they score and get a pretty decent lead, and I think the same belief was there. Obviously, we didn't get the job done. A little sloppy puck play, but no, I think that's probably been the biggest change. Is we've been really good at just staying level-headed and even keel, not getting too high or low, regardless of what the score is throughout the game.
Yeah, I guess you kind of already spoke to this, but like you and Darlene are on that 10-game win streak team 7 years ago, also, and that team went on a bit of a skid after the streak. I wonder, you guys are young players then. Is there anything you can take away from what happened then to maybe not to have a better performance out of the win streak this go round?
Yeah, I think it's the mindset, like I just talked about, is that even keel, right? Like, I think during this 10-game win streak, we didn't ride the high. We'd win one, and then it was like, all right, let's reset, like, get ready for the next game. It's going to be the same way. Obviously, you just lost one against Columbus. You can just as easily go on a 10-game losing streak. It's just how do you respond from that loss? So, I think tonight's a big one for us, and just forget about the 10-game win streak and try to get a win against Vancouver and just kind of focus one game at a time. And I think that's what we did.
Organization before. How about your conversations with him? Is he the kind of GM that's talking to players daily, weekly? What's it been like with Jarmo in the top spot?
No, he's very back behind the scenes. Like he doesn't show face too much or say too much. To be honest with you, he's probably spoken to the team just once since he's gotten the job, and he just has been watching from up top, I think. So I haven't had too many conversations with him. I think he's a guy that doesn't say too much. So it's been just kind of same stuff, really.
What do you like about your current line right now, Tage? You guys have been together for almost this entirety of the streak, especially Krebs, because that's a player that, he's usually a little bit maybe lower in the lineup, and now he's playing on the wing. What have you liked playing with him and, I guess, that group overall?
Yeah, no, it's been great. Donor and Krebs, they both have motors. I think that's the first thing you see when you watch them is how hard they work and compete for pucks. And now they're getting the opportunity to make plays, too. Both have some sneaky skill and can make some plays. So I've enjoyed playing with them. Donor's got an unbelievable stick. Turns over a lot, creates a lot of turnovers, which gets us, extended ozone time. And Krebsy hunts down pucks, and he's very good at holding on to them, cutting back, finding those little pocket plays. And obviously, I like to shoot, so he's always looking for me. It's been a good mixture, and obviously we've been having some success here too. So, it's been fun playing with both those guys.
Tage Thompson. Tage, one last thing here. Are you looking games at a time? Like the 10-gamer kind of showed you what a chunk can do. And I know at the start of the season, Lindy had a message about 5-game samples. Like I'm looking now, I'm thinking Vancouver, then the Rangers, and then a big homestand. To me, it kind of looks like an opportunity to, kind of put something right at the right after that 10-gamer to continue, trying to climb the standings and get firmly in a spot.
Yeah, I think we got 16 or some games this month, something crazy. So it's kind of just one of those things, can't look too far ahead. Just got to focus on tonight. And I think when you get looking too far ahead and try to plan out some games that you're gonna win or whatever, that's when you get yourself into trouble. So I think we just got to focus one game. It's going to be a lot of hockey in a short amount of time. So I think that benefits us. Just with the fact you got to have a short mindset or a short memory, I should say, and just focus out one game at a time. So just worry about Vancouver tonight, and then worry about whatever game we got next.
Tage Thompson, Buffalo Sabre, Team USA, Olympian. And Tage, I also tell people you're the person I've seen hit a golf ball the farthest in my life, 395 yards. So you got that title as well.
Yeah, I guess so. It's probably not straight. It's probably off in the woods somewhere. But that's definitely a passion of mine. I love golfing, and something I enjoy doing in the off season, and I'm sure a lot of guys do too.
Yeah. Well, Tage, best of luck. Congratulations on Team USA continued success, and best of luck tonight as well.
Yeah, I appreciate it, guys. Thanks.
Tage Thompson on the Western Hotline. It was straight, this one.